In this video, I'm going to be giving you my full review of the iPhone 6s Plus. Now, to give you a little bit of context for this video, I've used pretty much every generation of the iPhone since its first launch. And the previous version I had to this was the slightly smaller iPhone 6. And I thought, well, this time around, I'm going to stick with the gold colour that I really like. I'm going to go for the larger 5.5 inch version. So I went for the iPhone 6s Plus. And I must say, over the last few days I've been using it, I've been very impressed. Now I'm going to give you a closer look at this in a short while, but before I do so, I want to actually test the video recording. Now I'm currently recording this on a Panasonic GH4 in 4K resolution. Now with both the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus, they now offer 4K video recording. So without any alterations to any of the lighting, I'm going to set this recording. So we'll switch across to video, and I'm just going to hold it at arm's length. Now you can see this, it's got me in frame there. So I'm going to just hold it off to the side and start recording with the iPhone 6s Plus. Now obviously I'm just holding this at arm's length, and that's around about sort of 2.5 feet away from me. Yes, I've got reasonably long arms. Now I have tested the 4K video recording on this prior to recording my review, and I think that it produces really nice quality video. You do get some grain in low light areas, but when the subject is well lit, I think it's a really good quality 4K video capture. Something else I also noticed is that the audio quality captured alongside the video, especially on the iPhone 6s Plus, is really good as well. I'm not saying it's bad on the iPhone 6s, I just found there to be a more dynamic range in the microphone on the iPhone 6s Plus. But let me know what you think of the video quality. I'm going to switch back to the Panasonic GH4 now. Just let me know in the comment section below what you think of the actual video quality and also the audio quality. Now I've also been taking some photos with this as well, and you're going to see on your screen now some of the photos that I've been taking. The first couple are of my car, and the detail that it captures is absolutely fantastic. They upgraded the pixel density of the camera, and I think it just captures a nice amount of detail. But the tonal quality is really where the iPhone wins for me. For the last couple of years, I've always said in my videos that yes, there are cameras that offer better resolution and do a really good job, but I always come back to the iPhone for being the best smartphone camera, and Apple have certainly upped the ante again this time and given us a really high performance camera, and I think you'll be just so pleased with what you get out of the camera for day-to-day use, and when you really set up your shot, you're going to just be amazed at what this can achieve. So now let's take a closer look at the iPhone 6s Plus. So here we go. This is the iPhone 6s Plus up a little bit closer for you. I've currently got it sitting next to a 6th generation iPod Touch, just so you can see the size difference. Now my previous iPhone was the smaller screened iPhone 6, and I'm really pleased I went for this larger screen on the iPhone 6s Plus. It just gives you a lot more space to work on, a lot more finger friendly as well. Also, I love the fact that the UI switches around to landscape mode, and it's just a really nice uniformly lit screen. It also goes very bright. Now take into account I've got the exposure locked on my camera that I'm recording this with at the moment. This is on less than half brightness. If I go all the way up to full brightness, you can see just how bright this goes. It really does glare, it really does. You will never find a situation, I don't think, where you'll use full brightness unless you're outside and it is a really sunny day. Now Apple also added in what they call 3D touch this time around, so we've got a different sort of layer to the user experience. You can launch apps in the normal way, or you can actually tap them and push down a little bit harder, and this pops out another menu so you can interact with the application. And you can, for example, this is Instagram, I can send a direct message, search, view activity, or create a new post. Now not all applications support this at the moment. I'm sure they will with updates, but for example Tweetbot, if I push harder, it doesn't actually support it. But something like the Photos app, if I go into that, then it will actually allow me to look at most recent favourites 1 year ago and search. and the camera application also supports it. If I push harder on there, I can take a selfie, and that actually switches the camera around to the front-facing camera. I can record a video, record a slow-mo, or take a photo. So very sort of quick way of interacting with the camera. There's also a new way of switching between applications. On the left-hand side here, if I tap and hold, I can actually flick and then go through all of my current running applications and perhaps switch to Fitbit, for example, and then I can do that again, and I can flick and perhaps go to my Twitter. And it's just a nice way of actually switching between applications. So let's take a closer look at the actual physical attributes of the iPhone 6 Plus. I love the gold colour, glad I went gold again. I wasn't tempted with the rose gold, I just really liked the previous iPhone I had, so I knew I was going to go for this type of sort of yellow gold. And we've got the control on the side here for the power, also the SIM card tray. On the opposing side, we've got that lock rotation switch and also the volume up and down. And then across the bottom edge, we've of course got the 3.5mm audio jack, lightning connector, and of course the speaker. Now on the back, we've got the new camera. Now you've already seen how this performs for both video and for photo capture as well. The microphone on this, in my opinion, I've tested both the iPhone 6s and this iPhone 6s Plus for video capture. I think the microphone is slightly better on the iPhone 6s Plus. It just sounded a little bit more refined, a little bit more natural as well. So really pleased with that. Now something else they also improved was the speed of the fingerprint or touch ID sensor. On the previous generation, it wasn't slow, but you could wake the phone up and actually unlock it in a normal way. This one works so quickly, it's very hard to just tap the home button and wake it up like this and then put your code in. More often than not, when you touch this home button and then keep your finger on it for a millisecond, it actually reads your fingerprint and launches the home screen. Really very, very quick, high performance. And that performance runs through with everything on the iPhone 6s Plus. It's super fast to launch applications. The camera is so quick, no shutter lag or no shutter lag that I can notice. And just everything about it is fluid. The user interface is fantastic and it just works really well. Now I've only used this for a few days, but the battery life seems solid as well. And also the call quality seems really good. Both the earpiece at the top and also the microphone for capturing your voice for the recipient to hear, crystal clear. And I think Apple have just done a fantastic job. I really love how this feels in the hand. Yes, I do primarily use it with a case because I like to keep my phones in a case so they're in nice condition. And I just think I've made the right choice this time around, going for this larger screen. This is a really great smartphone, great for both consuming media, but also for producing media as well. You could quite easily record a 4K video on here and edit it and upload it to YouTube, all on this device. So what do I really think of the iPhone 6s Plus? Well, I'm certainly glad I went with the bigger size. The only issue it gives me is when I'm wearing tighter jeans, fitting it into a pocket is an issue, so do bear that in mind. But holding the phone and using it, really very nice. I love the fact that the display rotates. It just gives you so much more choices when you're actually using the phone in day-to-day scenarios. Now normally when Apple have done the S upgrades, if you look back in history when they did the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 5S, you did get some extra features, but you primarily just got that speed bump. With this, they've really given you not only the speed increase, but they've given you extra battery life, they've given you upgraded cameras, and they've also given you an upgraded screen, which to my eye looks a lot more vivid. And you've also got those sort of force touch features where you can push down and really drill down into extra features within an application. I think that is really ingenious of them because it gives you an extra layer over the user experience without making it cluttered. They really thought it out and they really delivered it well. So I'm really pleased with this. The call quality is fantastic. Battery life seems to be really robust as well. And I'm just pleased with my decision. I went with the 6S Plus. I would have been equally as pleased with the smaller size 6S, but this is a big change for me and I just love the aesthetics, love the screen, I just love everything about it. This is certainly going to be my daily driver over the next year. So if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you've got any opinions about the actual quality of the smartphone, the quality of the photos and the quality of the video that you've seen, then again, please do leave me some comments. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in another video on the Geekanoids channel very soon.